Alright. Gotta get used to the feel of these grips. What's up, guys? Do a quick vlog here, riding over to a friend's house. So I kind of want to do a quick vlog, and haven't got to ride in like a week or so because the weather's been so bad. But I got these grip puppies. It makes my grips a lot more, or a lot thicker. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be accelerating a lot more, or I have to get used to the throttle with them because of the fact that they're just a lot thicker. So but yeah, so I kind of want to just kind of talk about, show my visor, why I chose the Transalp and why it's the perfect bike for me. I'll try to stay on topic for at least most of the video. So, and then maybe towards the end I'll talk about the stuff I've done to it, and I got one more part coming in that I'm going to test out. And then I also did put my extension on the GoPro to make it sit a little higher. So I don't know how, or I want to see how that looks, or if it sits above my mirror or my visor or my whatever it's called, windshield. So I chose the Transalp because I wanted a bike that I could tour on, like that would work good for touring, and because I like to take trips and go camping, and so I wanted a bike that I could do that on as well. If I need to get to a camp spot, I'm fine with, it's fine with going off-road. And that's kind of the idea I had for the bike. Adjust my mirrors. So honestly, it works exactly. Why I got the Transalp is because of how good it is on the road. It was very, very good on the road. And adjust my glasses real quick. It's very good on the road, and I mean, it's not insanely good on the highway, I mean on the off-road, but I don't need it for that. I don't need it to be insanely good off-road. I just need it to be, I want to be able to tour on it. I want to be able to tour on it, and if I need to get to a camp spot, then I can get to a camp spot. So that was first and foremost on what led me to the Transalp. Obviously, Honda with the reliability. Obviously, I'm a Honda fanboy. I've always liked Honda bikes. Obviously, I had a Rebel before. Liked the Rebel, but it just kind of wasn't my style of riding, so got rid of the Rebel and then switched to the Transalp. And so obviously I'm a Honda fanboy, and the Transalp just kind of fit my style of riding and kind of what I wanted to do more. It has more power, it's more comfortable, it's better on the highway than the Rebel. And then if I need to get down to a camp spot, say I go down gravel and dirt roads, maybe some rock, then I can. So that was another reason that led me to the Transalp, is I can basically go anywhere I camp. I usually don't camp super remote, so basically anywhere I camp I can get there on my Transalp. So I just think the Transalp is the perfect bike. Now if you're like into serious off-roading, and sure, Transalp might not be the best for you, but I'm not into serious off-roading. I'm basically a sport tourer, I guess, is what it's considered, like a sporty bike that can tour. I don't really know why it's actually called that, but for what I want to do with it, the Transalp does every single thing I need to do, and then some. I mean, it's extremely fun to ride. It's got a ton of power. It is super smooth on the highway. The gears are super smooth. It'll cruise at basically 85, 90 without hardly any buzzing. So that's another reason whenever I test rode it, I could just feel how smooth the bike was, and man, it just made me fall in love with it. And I knew after my test ride, I knew I couldn't go home without it. So for me, it does, and it checks all the boxes that I needed to check. It does everything that I needed it to do. So is the Transalp the perfect adventure bike? No, I don't. It's capable, but it's not one of those. It's not a KTM or whatever that's going to take you, or a dirt bike or dual sport or whatever that's going to take you super far off road. But for what I need it to do, it's going to do it. It's going to cruise on the highway. It's going to cruise down the city streets. It's going to basically cruise wherever you need it to cruise. It's going to get there, and then if you need to do a little bit off-road, you need to get down some dirt paths, then do it. I mean, it'll go anywhere. I can't, every time I ride it, I can't get over the fact of how smooth the bike is, how well it feels riding, like how planted it feels. It feels super well balanced. It's just, and I don't want to, obviously I don't want to sound like a shill or whatever, but I don't really have any negatives on the bike besides obviously not coming with cruise control. But I mean, I get why they didn't do that, because then it would hurt the, I think it would hurt the Africa Twin market if it did that. The lack of cruise control, and then maybe it should have came with a Garmin bar up here, up top, like on the above the dash. Maybe that. And then other than that, I mean, I think it's pretty well. It obviously should have came with the skid plate, because how they got the oil sump and then the oil sump and then the exhaust that goes right below it. It should have came from factory with the skid plate, at least a plastic one, like the one I bought for it, but it did not. Other than that, it's ADHD, but I'm freaking burning up in this windbreaker. But other than that, it's dang near perfect. Another issue I have with it is like the air filter. It's under a crap load of stuff, so you have to do all kinds of crap to get to the air filter, which you only need to change that, especially with my riding, probably every 10 to 15,000 miles. So it's not, what are you doing here, car? It's not that big of an issue for me. I mean, it's still an issue. It still sucks that you have to take off. It's like an hour job to change the air filter, but what can you do? But yeah, I'm still absolutely loving the Transalp. I do think it's the perfect bike for me. I think it does anything and everything I need it to do. Modifications I've done since my last update video, I got some grip puppies just to, I mean, the bike didn't vibrate really hardly at all, but if I can mitigate any of that vibration, any extra, then I want to do that. So I added the grip puppies, added a tool tube, which I'll have to show you guys. I think it's I seen it on YouTube. I seen another guy did it, but he had like a KLR 650, and he had it tucked up under behind his panniers, and I done the same thing. I'm gonna buy another one for the other side, because it's not super roomy, so I'll buy another one for the other side that I can put like my tubes, like, because I want to carry a spare tube for each tire. And then I got my patch kit and tools like that. in the other one, so I do want to get another one of those tubes. But I do have a throttle lock coming, like an Atlas style. I bought a knockoff one because I read that they're just as good, so I got that coming. Should be here tomorrow. I added some Tusk billet, I think is what they are, the Tusk billet foot pegs. I really like them. They're a lot better than the stock foot pegs. They're a lot more, I wouldn't say a whole lot wider, but they're a decent amount wider, so you can get a better purchase on them. And then I added these. These are knockoff double take mirrors. I know I got a bunch of knockoff stuff on here, but I work for a living, and if I can get stuff that'll work pretty much the same, then I'm gonna do it. If I can save 50 bucks here and there, and in the case of the throttle lock, I saved 140 bucks because it was like $15. So if it's even half the quality and works decent, then I feel like that's a win for me. And these mirrors so far, they seem like pretty solid mirrors. I really like them. They seem well made. I think these are definitely not the longer ones, not the 6-inch ones or whatever, but they're still long enough to where I can see. I feel like they work. They're still better than stock mirrors, and I paid like $50 something for them. So far, a win on the mirrors. The foot pegs, I think I paid 70 bucks for. Definitely a win. I love the foot pegs. I like the look of them, and then just the grip. Whenever I stand up, I can tell it's just going to be grippy. So I'm excited about that. As far as plans, I'm trying to think if I added anything else. I don't think I did. But as far as plans, I am going to, I want to get some tires. Obviously, I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait till these kind of wear down a little bit. But I think I want the Trailmax Missions. I watch a YouTuber, the Fuzzy Biker, and he has those on his Himalayan 450. And I think he said he's got like 15,000 miles on his rear tire. And what I'm looking for is longevity. I want tires that are going to last me a good amount of miles. And I feel like they'll get me what I need. And they're not, I mean, they classify them as like 50-50 off-road, but from what I've heard, they're definitely not 50-50 off-road. But for the riding I do, I just need something that'll work well on dirt. Not like deep dirt, but like maybe dirt roads, and then like gravel roads. I need something that'll get me down gravel roads pretty well. But the Trailmax Missions, I think they're $417 a set, which really isn't that bad. That's not cheap, but if they give me 15,000 miles, then they give me 15,000 miles, and I'm happy about that. But plans for the bike, I mean, it's honestly, I got a lot of the stuff that I wanted for it. I think eventually I probably will upgrade to the Tusk skid plate, which I'm basically going all Tusk. I like the company. They're a great company. This thing will just take off, dude, man. But I like the company. I like the Tusk company, and they have pretty good pricing, like on a lot of their stuff. So I do like their Tusk skid plate, like their skid plate they make for the Transalp. It's full metal. So the one I got is the Acerbrus, and it's plastic. So I think I do want to upgrade to that, I think, just because, just to do it basically. But I've almost got it completely set how I want. I'm gonna get the Tusk duffel bag, like that'll match my saddlebags and my tank bag. So I need a bigger duffel bag. The one I got last camp trip I did, I mean, it barely fit the stuff I need. It's a 25 liter. So I do want the Tusk, the bigger duffel. It's like the 44 liter. I'm gonna go ahead and get the big bad boy. So, but other than that, I mean, she's pretty well set up. Kind of rambled in this video, and that's just, I don't know, that's just how I am. I ramble, I get on one topic and then I just switch to another one. I can't help it, I don't know, it's my brain, it's not all there, I guess. But as far as thoughts and updates on the Transalp, I've only got 550 miles on it, so it's not a really long-term review. I'll do a long-term review when I get more miles on it. But through these 500 miles, it's been the best bike I've ever rode. I've only rode a few bikes, so I don't have a huge selection or whatever. But so far, best bike I've ever rode. Super comfortable. I sat on a bunch of different adventure bikes, and the Transalp just felt like I was meant to sit on it. Oh yeah, another random rant, or not rant, but a random thing that popped up in my head. I do want to get the Honda makes an adventure seat, and I do want to get that. I think it's like, right now you can really only get it like in Germany, or I can't remember where the website I was looking at, but you can only get it in like Germany or something, and it's like 280 bucks shipped here. I don't know what the retail is for, like what it'll go for in America, but I think it's worth the 280 bucks, and I think I'm going to try it out. This seat's not horrible, but after about 2 hours your butt does start to get hurt, like sore a little bit. So I think I will eventually get that seat, and then, I mean, really, maybe eventually get the Viridian Cruise. I mean, other than that, I don't really care to have the heated seats. Like, I mean heated grips. I think it's a cool concept, but not for the price. Now, if they're really easy to install and I could do it myself, maybe eventually, because this is definitely my long-term bike. I do plan on, I know I said that about the Rebel, but that was just due to finances. And I obviously talked about wanting to get an adventure bike, so maybe I do upgrade to them. But other than that, I think that's all I got for you guys today. Just a little ramble. But if you guys like the video, please like, share, and comment, and do all the things. I really appreciate you guys watching. And until the next one, you guys ride safe out there. Peace out, boys.